Hey, Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
Hi, Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
The Live Long and Prosper Farm.
What does Audrey say? I don't remember what Audrey Situich says on the end of her video. Something stitch long and prosper or something like that. It's funny. Today is Monday, September 30th. And it is 74 degrees outside. It is September 30th. It is 6:30 at night. Would you like to know what the high today in Ohio was? 84 degrees. Would you like to know what the high tomorrow is going to be in Ohio? 90. And it's October 1st.
What's really bad is this time last year, we were people sickles.
No, we weren't.
That was 2 or 3 years ago.
That was a couple years ago. It was like, yeah, it got real cold. I don't think we're doing fall this year in Ohio, apparently. That's going to make me real unhappy.
Yep.
I like fall. So, it's Flosstube number 67, because I learned to count this week.
No, she learned with the thing called notes are.
I do better with notes.
And they're not green.
Notes. And I actually wrote down what number we are on. But that might be wrong. Possible. Welcome all of our new subscribers, all of our returning subscribers, and anybody who just happened to find us. Welcome to the crazy.
This is Flosstube. We talk about cross stitch.
It's our channel where we talk about cross stitch.
I think I just said that.
Yep. Anybody else feel like it was the longest week ever last week? Longest week ever. We were highly anticipating our weekend. Maybe that was it? I don't know. I felt like it was the longest week ever last week. Seriously. Just seriously. So.
Carl, what we do on this channel?
What? We already talked about what we do on this channel.
You said so.
Yes.
What we do on this channel.
So our longest week ever was capped off with a weekend of stitching. Like lots of stitching.
And driving.
And driving. It wasn't that bad. Saturday we drove
5.5 hours total?
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, actually it was between the 2 days.
It was probably maybe 5 hours total between the 2 days. Because it was like 2 hours to Findlay. Saturday we drove to Findlay, to Craft Gallery in Findlay, beautiful Findlay, Ohio, for the stitching pregame to 24 hours of cross stitch next weekend. Hosted by the fabulous Jen, Quirks and Stitches, and her mom, Cindy, Jen's mom, as she is known. So it was a 2 hour drive. It wasn't that bad. Says the person who was only a passenger.
It wasn't bad, but I was glad to get home.
I'm always glad to get home. We had a blast. We sat and we stitched. We got there about 9:30. We were a tad bit early, but they were already open. So we got good seats. We sat close to Jen and her mom and Brandon. And we sat with a gal named Jill. She was hilarious and she was fantastic. And I don't know if she watches our channel. I don't know if she's going to subscribe. They put our faces on the TV that's on the wall in their stitching room. And it's like a big TV so that everybody can see it. And my face was on that wall.
One thing I noticed is we might actually want to start lowering the heights. I think our heads in the middle of the video is actually a good thing. I don't know.
I think our heads in the middle of the video are a good thing. I just need to get some stuff up so there's something to look at, not a white wall.
We need a shelf for this thing.
But Jill sat with us.
Tomorrow I'm tired.
And if Jill does watch this video, I would just like to say I appreciate you, Jill, because I am a socially awkward human, and I sometimes don't know what to say to people I don't know, and she just kind of kept the conversation rolling, and I really...
I didn't help at all.
Joe did too, but it was really nice that she was kind of willing to keep the conversation moving, because I'm like...
I don't think she actually thought much about it. She was just having a good time.
And I know that she probably didn't think much about it, but being a person who struggles with something like that, having a person sitting with you that is just, you know, what? Let's talk about this.
Nice.
Let's talk about that. And it's fantastic. It's nice. Because it never felt like it was awkward when it got quiet and she just sort of picked the subject to go with. Like, it was just like, okay, let's talk about this. You know, it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
It really was. So we stitched all day at Craft Gallery. We shopped. We got us a little bit of haul. Not a lot.
We both gathered stuff. We looked down. We looked at the prices. We put some things back.
We tempered it, yeah. I mean,
I think we shaved like $30 off the total.
probably.
I don't know how much mine was, and if yours was as much as I think as it was, I didn't check.
Yeah. You know, there was a couple things that we were both like, okay, do we really want this? You know.
In all honesty, my exact thought was, I'm not gonna stitch this right now, and if they still have it when I go to when I want to stitch it, like next year, it's Halloween. I might get it in like July because that's how long it'll probably take me to stitch it, so I can have it by October 1st.
Yeah.
Because I don't like to put up my Halloween decorations in the middle of September. Person I work with who decorated the entire shop for Halloween about 3 weeks ago.
I agree. I think we push the start of holiday decorating season a lot. And I know as crafters, we kind of have to get started on seasonal stuff off season.
But displaying
with
is
that.
what I'm talking about. I just said I have to start it in July so it's ready by October 1st.
You know, we need to temper it just a bit. Anyways.
And if I see Christmas decorations while I see kids trick-or-treating, I'm getting toilet paper, giving it to those kids.
We don't even do trick-or-treat anymore. I think we talked about this last year. We didn't even do trick-or-treat anymore because no kids come to our house because none of the houses on this end of the street pass out candy. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that droves of kids pile out of cars on the corner of our street to get into our neighborhood to trick-or-treat. Anyways, moving. Earthquake, sorry. So after we stitched all day, we went to dinner in a little podunk town called New Raleigh. And I say podunk with the most love and affection because we're standing there and I'm like, this is my kind of town. There was a stoplight. There was businesses. A block this way from the stoplight. A block this way from the stoplight. A block this way from the stoplight. And a block this way from the stoplight. And that was it. My kind of town. Middle of nowhere.
She's excited.
The town's called New Raleigh. We went to the New Raleigh Cafe. Such a small town. The cafe didn't even take credit cards. They had an ATM in the lobby. So you could...
And I can definitely tell you it was dial-up. It took that long.
So,
Yes, I'm that kind of a nerd. Deal.
and they had their menu was on those little table tents. And you had like ribs, chicken, shrimp, and that was about it. It was fabulous.
At least they had fountain sodas.
They did have fountain sodas. It was actually kind of fun. We went there with Jen's mom, Cindy, Candy from Candy Stitches, and Lisa and Beth. Lisa and Beth, I guess, one of them is, I guess, from the northern part of the state, or she just loved one of them. The one that, when I talked to Jen Friday night about what possibilities for supper on Saturday, she said this is where they were going. One of the two gals, they had gotten to know at StitchCon and wanted to come over there since they were close. And I'm like, well, if you guys don't mind intruders. And they're like, no, you can come. I'm like, great, because it's kind of on the way back home, so I'm good with that.
Yeah, everybody was very friendly.
It was great.
We actually bumped into somebody we had gone cross-stitching with when we were in Cincinnati.
Yes. Debbie doesn't sound right.
I don't remember her name.
No, I don't remember.
I know she just said, hello, I met you guys down at what's that place
Yes.
in Cincinnati?
She met us down at Keepsakes. She stitched with us down at Keepsakes. And as soon as I saw her, I recognized her face. But for the life, I'm terrible with names. I had to message Jen this morning and be like, who are the ladies we had dinner with? Because I don't remember their names. The only reason I remembered Candy is because Candy has a Flosstube, and I've talked to her on virtual stitchers.
Ready for my It's a Small World moment?
And our truck is trying to run us over.
Ready for my small world moment? I found out that Jen used to live in the same school district I used to live in New Jersey.
I knew.
Different towns, but we both went to the same high school. Well, she would have went to that high school. She was actually there, like, elementary school, and I was there end of my senior year. But it was the fact that we were both in the same area at different times, but we were both in that area. It was just like, it's a small world. Yeah.
That's funny.
We were talking about our food choices and we were reminiscing, and Laura was just like, oh, Lord, he's talking about Jersey food. See you next week.
Pretty much. So all in all, we had a blast. We had a great time. We got lots of stitching in. And then yesterday, we drove up to my friend Tammy's house. She lives up in Cleveland. She's in the guild with us. She's one of the Bad Table members. We had a little stitchy day yesterday. A couple of the people from the Bad Table were sick, so they didn't come, but we still had a good time. We had lasagna and salad and Monica's killer mousse. So we had a full stitchy weekend. A very full stitchy weekend. We're gonna get to that because holy whip sauce. Let's see. Comments this week. We got love from all the peoples about all of our projects, and we love all of the love. Like, if you're like, I don't know what to say, tell me you love me.
And then I'll get your name, address, and come find you.
Sorry. That was one of those moments where it was like, it was there, and I was going there.
If you're new to the channel, that is not unusual. If that bothers you, we'll talk to you later. Maybe. Bye.
Maybe. Not Lynn. Andrea suggested that she had heard that washing hand-dyes in cold water helps. I'm gonna go with, I don't know.
Actually, I know that. That's why you wash your stuff downstairs in the cold water.
Well, I know that, but I know that some of my fabrics still bleed even in cold water. I know you can use a color catcher to like keep the bleeding from affecting the lighter color threads. My problem is I don't want to fade anything. You know what I mean? And she agrees that the pumpkin spice is a little overdone. I mean, you do you, boo, but I don't need it shoved in my face because not everybody loves it. That's all I'm saying when it comes to the pumpkin spice.
In all honesty, I want to stop hearing both sides. I don't care if you like it. I don't care if you hate it. I don't give a flying. I don't give it enough time of day to dislike it. I don't like the stuff most of the pumpkin spice is in anyway, so why would I care? Just shut up. I don't want to hear about it. Jesus, next thing you're going to do, you're going to combine the two most evil things that crop up and polarize people. You're going to talk about pumpkin spice politicians.
Moving along. Linda gets the quote of the week last week. She said it's not. She gets the quote of the week. We don't have a quote of the week, but she gets quote of the week. She said it's hurricane season, not fall. That is
Depending where you live.
100% true. And she didn't comment because she probably hasn't watched the video yet. But hi, Heather.
Hi.
We'll see you Wednesday.
We bothered her yesterday.
She was part of the Stitch group yesterday. That's it for the intros. So let's go on to whips. Whips!
Ah! There's so many of them!
No finishes.
No. Okay, I actually have more than one. As I said, a lot. Leisure Arts, Liberty Angel. There you go. I went from half the blue to all of the blue with a flagpole.
And that's stitched on?
It is stitched on, hand dyed by the Slovak farm heirloom.
16 count.
Something count. Okay, I don't remember numbers for squat.
I got you on the counts.
Alright, honestly, I don't really give that much of a credit. If you actually give that much of a credit about how many counts it is, let me know and I'll actually write it on something. And then forget where I put it. Then we have Ink Circles, Dragons of Sumatra. Yep, I got some dragons in. Like that, and that. I was here. Now I'm over here.
And this is 16 count picture this plus thunderstorm.
It's Dragons of Sumatra.
Is there a purple bag over there by you that you brought from the other stuff in the trunk? Thanks. Need that.
Yep, well, I'm going to pack away my toys so you do
Okay. So, we were in Cape May this week for Daily 30 because Daily 30 rules my life. I showed you part of my stitches. Actually, I don't know if I showed you my stitches for the first prompt, which was to stitch on something with your name on it, because Cape May. Earthquake, sorry.
Was that you or me?
That was you.
Yeah, I was trying to put my stuff away so it was out of the way so I can get the acquisition and the plant stuff still. We got a lot of stuff all over the place.
So, something with your name on it, in honor of Captain Cornelius Jacobson May, who named Cape May and founded Cape May. Earthquake, sorry. I chose Ride Forth Singing because you put your initials on it. And this is stitched on a 14 count silk weavers in the color pink champagne. Here's the whole deal.
Okay, I'll move. Jeez. There's a phrase called excuse me, dear.
I hope you can see that. There's the whole deal. These blue flowers are what I stitched on for my stitches. On I got 333 stitches done on that.
I'll be over here. I don't know, I got bulldozed by pink fabric.
You have another project bag that I need.
Do you need the stained glass? Do you need
I need Lady Liberty, the patriotic one. So then we had to stitch on something historical because Cape May is...
That is turkey.
That's it.
Oh yeah, I thought this was flag drum. That's yours.
Flag drum. So we had to stitch on something historical because Cape May is super historical. So I chose to stitch on little Blackbird Designs, Lady Liberty. I am not finishing her as a drum.
Ready, Doug? Bum, 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 bum.
Just like that, you don't. I stitched on the vine and the bunting. I got the weight of the bunting in. This was 300 stitches even. And let me tell you, it was epic. I had to pull parts of the vine out, 3 different spots. I had to pull part of the white out twice because I can't count. Apparently counting on 32 count is just not my jam. This is on a 32 count even weave in the colorway Heirloom, hand dyed by the Slovak farm. All I have left to do on this is the red on top of the bunting and the blue in the bunting.
Hey, honey, I think somebody's comfortable.
I think so too.
Like she just yawned. Dog, did I make a mistake and I stuck holding you?
Apparently.
There you go.
So then we had to then we could stitch on the project of our choice and tell what our favorite bird is that migrates through Cape May during fall migration. I like blue jays because they're bright and pretty. And I like birds of prey. I like hawks. I'm kind of weird.
So, you like the things that eat the blue jays?
Basically. Also, stitches on this were put in for Oktoberfest. We needed to stitch on something with a goat or that has hair, because during Oktoberfest, those hats with those poofs of hair, they have historical significance. And once upon a time, and the goats are called chamois, I think is how you pronounce it. But their hair was very sought after, and so the bigger the tuft of hair on your hat was, the wealthier you were. And then we had to stitch on something that we could relate to music, because during Oktoberfest, we know there's lots of music. There's the brass band, and they play everything. They will play everything from remakes of modern hits to some good old roll out the barrel polka. Roll out the barrel. Yeah, the Slovak girl knows that one. So all three of those prompts,
The American mutt doesn't.
got Beauty and the Beast stitches.
So that's why you were cursing the border the entire way. Like, most of our driving is what that's what you were
Most
doing.
of our driving this weekend, I was border stitching.
3 hours on the trip there back, because the last hour of it she ran out of daylight.
So we got 204 stitches in for goats and hair, for goat or hair. 204 stitches in for music, and 304 stitches for the birding. I guess I should show you the whole thing.
Beauty and the
And as you can see, I got a significant amount of this border done. The top border is all done. I'm not sure if it was all done the last time you saw this,
No.
but it is all done now. And we've gotten down there, and I did correct my mistake that was up in here. No, I didn't. I missed part of it. That's okay. It's okay. It's not the big deal. I'll fix it. So yeah, and I didn't even count the stitches I corrected. I've been on a stitching roll this week. I was sick this week, so I didn't do a whole lot. I was a bad life. Not a whole lot got done.
Then
So
it
that's
makes you a
a
bad wife. Somebody got something I can hit her with. Oh, there we go. No, wait, you're not allowed to see that yet.
So then, we had to stitch on something with a butterfly on it, because butterflies migrate through Cape May in the fall also. And at first I was like, what do I have with a butterfly on it? Cardinal Points. It has itty bitty butterflies on it. And for Oktoberfest, because Oktoberfest is German, we had to stitch on the colors of the German flag. The colors of the German flag are black, red, and yellow. So I did my black and my red stitches on Cardinal Points. Yes, I realize I could have done my yellow stitches on Cardinal Points also. I just didn't.
Sorry.
I just didn't. So, Beauty and the Beast is stitched on a hand dyed by the Slovak Farm solo. And while we were stitching on Saturday, somebody ran up to me and goes, I don't mean to interrupt you, but what chart is that? Beauty and the Beast by the Primitive Hare. Here's Cardinal Points. So what I did for my butterfly was 307 stitches. I completed the corner. I worked on this stem and some of those leaves. I suppose I could just fold this because this is the only side you need to look at. And then my 100 stitches in black in one single line. That was kind of annoying. And then a flower and a third for 100 stitches in red. And that was actually 100 and 4 stitches. I need to mine are stuck together. So that was Cardinal Points. And then we had to stitch on something that we could connect to a spiral because Cape May Lighthouse, spiral staircase in the lighthouse. Guess what I picked? I did not buy the bag. Sorry, people. I stuck it in the pocket of my bag so it doesn't get beat up. I went with some Lady of the Flag. I also stitched on this for German Fest week because as a bonus, if we stitched on something that was distinctly about a wedding or an anniversary, we could get bonus points. Because Oktoberfest was started in 1810 for the wedding of Crown Prince Ludwig of Batavia and Princess Teresa of Saxony Hildbrockenes. I practiced that this morning and it didn't come out well. And I went with Lady of the Flag because it is very clearly an anniversary piece.
You showed the back.
And if they don't like it, oh well. I mean, it was 304 more stitches in life, so if they don't like it, oh well. Did I tell you what Cardinal Points was stitched on? No, I did not. That is stitched on 18 count Cleveland Fog, hand-dyed by the Slovak Farm. Lady of the Flag is stitched on 32 count, hand-dyed by the Slovak Farm. For your thoughts, holy crap balls, that's bright. It is not that bright in real life, people. Oh, there's no way to make it.
Yeah, there is. Hold on.
Not that bright.
Yeah, there is. Give me a second.
Wow. It's not that orange. Nope, it's still super orange. Nope. It's just, that's what it is.
I tried.
He tried. So I got.
And that's if you, half the people from Virtual Stitchers is probably used to seeing me.
Yep, because that's what he does when we when I talk on Virtual Stitchers.
Sorry to interrupt. Continue.
It's okay. The truck is running me over. So for my spiral stitches, I stitched on her arm and the blue down here on the flag and a little bit of red. And for the anniversary stitches, I finished the flagpole and started the blue on top of the flagpole. And we had a little bit of debate about this silver and the flagpole. I like it. You guys, it's not coming across real well. And I do apologize for that because this fabric is quite lovely. There will be a picture of it on the Hand Dyed by the Slovak Farm Facebook group.
Then again, the light kind of makes...
Maybe I'll attempt to take a picture of it.
Wow.
And throw a picture in at the end.
Hon, look how orange it makes my face when I do this.
I know. So you get a better representation. I'll see what that does. Because that just, it looks awful.
I really want to look at the game too.
And finally, my yellow for the German flag. I stitched on Brooks Books Fairy Tale Princess Dress Up Belle Dress. This is on a 14 count. I'm not entirely sure. I think it is hand dyed by Stephanie Bewitched. I'm not entirely sure. So I don't have a whole lot going on here. as you can see,
You got a whole lot going on in that trunk.
yes. My 100 stitches were down in here, were this part here. Hopefully you guys can see this. Let me try it this way. So my 100 stitches were this part here. And that's my whips for the week. That was a whole lot of stitching this week. I feel like it was a whole lot of stitching this week, but it didn't feel like a whole lot until I put it all together and went, wow, I've stitched a lot this week.
Why are you complaining?
I'm not.
I'm bragging. I got to stitch a lot on two projects.
So that is our whips for the week. Moving on to haul. Haul!
Y'all!
It's time for haul.
Haul!
So, Jen's mom was generous and made bags, project bags, for giveaways. And Saturday, at the end of the day, they ended up with enough project bags that everybody who was there got to take one home. So we both brought project bags home. This is the one I got. Yep, it's clocks. It's steampunky. It is a clear front. Yes, I already have stuff in it. Do you expect anything less from me?
Don't worry, it's the exact same thing as on
The
this one.
interior fabric is the same as this one.
And this is a really funny story to this one. I saw this, I picked it out. I sat down and went, here you go, hon. Because in all honesty, I don't stitch that much.
Well,
I have enough project bags. And if I really want a project bag, oh honey, I want a project bag.
And the comedy is I was standing there when it was my turn because I went before him going, which one do I want? And it was down to these two.
And I didn't notice that. I was too busy stitching.
So, thank you, Jen's mom, for the project bags. It was very generous. I know sewing with the vinyl is not always the easiest, so props to you. I don't do the vinyl for project bags because they're a pain.
They murder. They're also costly. I heard they murder your needles.
Yeah, they can if you make a bunch of them. All right, so what did we buy at Craft Gallery? Those are Craft Gallery bags. Okay. Go for it.
Lizzie Kate, do what your wife said. And I picked this out and showed it to her. That's just going to be funny. And I'm really tempted to put that up at work.
What's it say?
If at first you don't succeed, do what your wife said. My problem is, the first thing I try is what my wife said. And then this one I'm probably going to make like 20 times because it fits my family. It is cross-stitch design. No,
It is my big toe designs.
My
It's
big
my
toe
big toe.
designs. Normal family. It says, remember, as far as anyone knows, we are a nice, normal family. I'm making one of these for my mom, making one of these for my brother, one for my sister. Most of my family, this kind of applies. And also for hers, too. I'm going to make 30 of these things. She's going to beat me up for that one.
Mm-hmm. So, I got Nora Corbett's Letters from Nora L, the L Fairy, because Laura L. And I love it, and I think it's beautiful. And these aren't that big. I mean, the pattern is not even the full double page.
And if you actually lowered it down to the normal size pattern we deal with, it fit on one page.
Yeah.
It's blown up. I mean, this is a
Wow.
pattern for an 80.
That is a nice big pattern. I didn't actually look at the pattern.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 90.
90 blocks across. So it's nice and big. I like that. And then, Jessie Marie, Bendy, look away. Look away. Best damn band in the land! I-O. Jessie Marie and Bendy are Michigan people. We try not to hold it against them.
We can overlook one thing with every person that's there.
The matting on this is really what makes this. I will insert a picture of the matting here. As you can see, the matting is what makes this. And yes, Craft Gallery does have that matting. And yes, when I stitch this, I'm going to drop the change for that matting.
So that's why I'm allowed to buy a video game.
I determined you have to have it matted that way. You have to have it matted and framed that way. You do. It makes it.
I mean, I'm not tempted to say, when you're done with that, ship it to them. Have them frame it up and mat it up and send it back.
I'll have to figure out how that's all going to work when I stitch it. But.
Oh, we're playing our favorite game now.
And now it's time for your favorite game.
Rainbow Pom Pom.
These were late this month because...
So you've said before.
The one person thought the other person shipped it. It's not that big of a deal. Had I gotten my October invoice and still not had them, I would have sent them a note and said, hey. They are really good. They are really on top of things. Chances are if you come to the retreat, you're going to get some of their floss. Let us start our game with this.
And for those that don't know, I don't know what it's called. I try to guess looking at the color.
Yep. It's pretty solid.
Metallic peach, rusty peach.
Copper blush. It is a nice copper color.
No, let me try a second, guys.
That's kind of brighter than... Okay, we've established today that apparently the camera's picking up everything real bright. That is brighter than it does look.
In honor of the other thing, AstroTurf.
No. It is Garden Gate. Garden Gate. I get the limited edition collection, BT Dubs, and I get the 6 limited editions. You can get a 12-pack limited edition. You can get a 6-pack prim, a 12-pack prim.
Golden Sunshine.
Close. Gold Dust. Nice blue. These are more solid this month. These are definitely a little bit more solid this month.
There's a little variation to it, I think.
That does have some variation to it. You are right.
Raindrops?
Lingering Twilight. Yes, it does have some variation to it. You can see that. Okay. Next. Twist, twist, twist. Twisting it helps you see the variegation.
Bark. What?
You're right! Rusty Bark. It's a little bit darker than it's showing up. You finally got one right.
Hey! I get close with a lot of them.
Yes, this really is bright green.
You want to know exactly what's running through my head?
What?
Hippie green. Tie-dye shirts were all pastel colors, and that's the type of green they would use.
It's called Neon 2.
But I think it was yellow as neon.
Oh, I think of green as neon.
Each their own.
Yep. So there's the monthly floss club for ya. For your eye candy pleasure. And that's haul, y'all.
Yeehaw!
Plants.
Work, she's currently buried in them.
I am.
I got like one. This just sums up our stitching.
It does. Which plans, darling?
Well, in honor of Halloween, hopefully I can get this done rather quickly. I am going to do the Witchy Stitchers. What is the name for this thing? I think it's just Killing It.
That's what I'm going with.
Well, kid I picked up at a retreat.
You picked up from the boys, Needleworker's Delight.
So, I'm going to start it tomorrow. Get my stitching on. I could probably get this done to a guild meeting.
Probably. Tomorrow's the 1st. Okay, plans.
And keep in mind, I had a thing. And then if I actually get this done in a week, it's me. Then I'll just go back to doing dragons.
All the plans. I have all the plans. So, we are knee deep in Oktoberfest. That came out on Friday in Daily 30. Our stitch counts were only like 200 stitches. And with having stitched so much this weekend, it was kind of easy to get to those. I don't know. I feel like I have flown through Oktoberfest because I actually only have 2 more prompts that I need to work on for Oktoberfest. So one of them is we have to start a piece. And when I first read that, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little, really? Do I want to start another piece? Do you not see the whip pile I have going here?
You know what? I'm sorry.
But anyways.
But I'm sorry, dear. Compared to Jen,
yeah.
You lose 80 plus. I think she said on
But Oktoberfest is not traditionally considered open until there's a gun salute and the mayor of Munich, Germany taps the keg and yells, "It is tapped." And that's what opens Oktoberfest. So that's why we have to open a stitching. Now, then I thought about it and I thought, okay. I know I haven't talked about this before. Last year when I did 'Tis the Season, you know, the bird. Lynette changed the group over to Home for the Holidays style group or something like that. And this year we're just all going to start something else that's in the book. Because we all got this book to stitch the bird. And that starts October 1st, which is tomorrow, Tuesday. So I'm just going to work it into that. I'm also going to work it into our December Guild Challenge is called Pieces Parts. So we have to stitch...
You remind me of something.
Something that's a piece of a design, or put different parts of designs, the different designs together to make one thing. So I am going to stitch Blessings Be Thine. I'm going to stitch this motif and this motif as 2 separate ornaments. I'm going to start this one for the Guild Challenge, for my opening, and for my starting of the Home for the Holiday style.
You reminded me of a plan.
What?
When you're done with that one.
There's some reds and some greens in this because this has got one of my other ornaments in it. I'm probably just going to pick from there to start with. So, and I don't even know what fabric I'm going to do it on. I'm hoping it fits on the fabric I have sitting in this bag. There we go.
Yeah, for Guild, I decided to be weird. I'm going to find 26 different alphabets and do one letter from each different set of letters.
Excuse me.
Just because I'm weird.
Just
And they're all going to be little, maybe 8 to 10 high letters. But I'm just going to do all of it. Just because, why not? I'm weird.
Okay, and then the last challenge I have for Oktoberfest is to stitch a skyline or something with at least 2 buildings in it to represent the city of Munich, Germany, which has a whole very diverse culture going on. So, Main Street has all of these buildings on it. I'd say that goes, since they're all stitched on one piece of fabric. That's what I'm stitching for that. I'm going to start on those stitches tonight. That is literally how far I am with my challenges. Daily 30 rules my life. Cheryl was out of town this weekend, I think through today. So she just posted our October challenges on Friday. Obviously with the understanding that we don't start them until tomorrow, October 1st. And here's my proof that I have not started anything yet. No, I am not that kind of person. She said wait, and I'm going to wait. Like, seriously. If you got to be crappy like that and start your monthly 3 days early because you think it's going to get you somewhere, slow down. So...
If you're that pressed for time, why are you a part of a group?
Our October monthly is all about the movie Hocus Pocus. Womp, womp, womp. Not gonna lie. Sorry, Cheryl. I'm not happy about it.
Well, I thought you liked that movie.
It's a cute movie, but I'm not that into it. And I'm not into Halloween.
Well, it's October.
Womp, womp, womp. I can still make the prompts work. So Hocus Pocus was originally written as a bedtime story for the screenwriter's children. I've seen this movie. Okay, that's a little weird. But
Hun, the Brothers Grimm.
we are to stitch on something that we can relate to a bed, a book, or bedtime. Beauty and the Beast.
Belle the Bookworm.
It's based on a book. Belle's a bookworm. You can buy children's stories based on the book, based on the movie. That's what we're going with, people. By the way, there are 10 prompts for the month, 200 stitches each. Halloween. Oh, we have to stitch on a Halloween piece. We have to stitch on our favorite. We have to stitch on a Halloween piece of our choice. Because in order to pitch the movie, the production team or the writer, I didn't write it all down, but anyways, he hung. The movie executives were taken into a dark room with brooms and vacuums hanging through the ceiling, from the ceiling, and candy corn scattered about. Creativity. So we have to stitch on a Halloween piece. I don't have any Halloween pieces because I'm not a Halloween human.
And you couldn't ask me for one?
But then I came up with this idea.
See, I'm not good enough.
You dress up for Halloween.
She has the proof upstairs that is actually one of her Halloween costumes.
But no. So we're going to do some more work on Brooks Books Bell. I'm not going through all of the prompts for
I was going to say, because I'm pretty sure you're already past the next week.
Technically, I have to stitch 2.5 of the prompts in a week to be on track to finishing it by the end of the month. The dog hit.
Yeah, but it also doesn't start until Tuesday.
That's tomorrow.
I know.
By tomorrow, I'm going to have all but one of my Oktoberfest prompts done for the week. So I'm going to have plenty of stitching time.
Go rotate toward you.
Hocus Pocus was a box office bomb. It was released in July. That probably didn't help Stitch.
What?
It was released in July.
They released a Halloween movie in July.
Yes, they released it in July of 1993. I actually remember this.
That's why it went.
Not
You
the
can
only-
get away with really bad movies as long as they're holiday appropriate.
So, we are to stitch on something patriotic or summery. I don't know that I have enough stitches left. I don't know that I have 200 stitches left in Liberty. But I'm going to stitch as many stitches as I can to finish her. And then I will just pick up the extra stitches with Lady.
So you're going from lady to lady.
Yep. So if I get through those 3, we're on track for getting a good finish on the before the end of the month. I think I might actually get through the 4th prompt. So in case I do, the 4th prompt is we have to stitch on something grape because Leonardo DiCaprio wisely declined the offer to be in the movie for the film What's Eating Gilbert Grape. I have the chart that I designed for the retreat, Lakeshore Retreat, that I need to model stitch for. And since I'm doing it on gray fabric with purple thread, that's going to be my grape offering. And that's my plans for the week. Yep, this is going to be another long one. Oh, I'm glad you guys hung in there. I can't seem to keep it under 45 minutes no matter what I do. So, no big retreat announcements.
Well, I did get something started today.
Oh.
We just have to wait for his machine to get fixed. He needs to replace her part. It's on order. It'll take a week.
Okay. I'm glad we got that started. I did get some goodie bag stuff, but you guys don't get to see that unless you're show up at the retreat and get your goodie bag. That sounded a bit snot-faced. Okay. No real retreat announcements. There are going to be some orange solo dies going up on the Slovak farm this week because I've been trying to recreate For Your Thoughts. It hasn't gone so well.
They do look good for Halloween projects, though.
I'll post those as soon as I get there. I've got a lot on my plate right now. I had a lot to get done in 2 weeks with us not being at market last Saturday, and then I got sick the week before, so I've got to catch up. I'm right back where I started. That's all for this week. We hope you enjoyed it. I hope you stuck around for these marathon Flosstubes that we seem to keep making that I can't get any shorter.
Can we redo this section because you complain that much?
The dog just jumped off my lap. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye!
Bye!